Welcome to another edition of the Instant Wrestling Report alongside my partners Quad and Ryan. I am your host J-Man. On this edition of the IWR, we're going to do their 2011 WWE Money in the Bank preview coming this Sunday on pay-per-view. I will be attending live in Chicago. Fortunately, the other members of the IWRshow cannot be attending this one. It should be some great atmosphere. I did attend a show in Chicago. It should be a great atmosphere with this Punk and Cena match coming up. Should be some great stuff and a really intriguing pay-per-view coming up. This is before SmackDown, though, this week, so there could be a possibility of them adding a possible another match, but this probably will be the card going into Sunday for the pay-per-view. First matchup, we have the Divas title on the line with champion Kelly. Kelly goes up against Brie Bella. I see Kelly getting the win here. She's really, in the last couple of years, she's really the girl they want to be pushing over as the diva, as the girl you look at as, the most over diva in the company. See, the guys are the girls that, have transitioned out, and, Eve was there for a time period, and now they're bringing in the Bellas and doing this kind of stuff. But I see Kelly retaining the Divas Championship.
I see Kelly retaining also. She went from Extreme Expose, which was pretty awesome, and mind-blowing all at the same time, to the Divas title. So I think she will retain because it's kind of pointless for her to lose to the Bellas.
It took her a long time really to get this. I thought she would have won it earlier, but I think Kelly retains also. Really just nothing going on really much for her to feud with. So I'm going to go with Kelly winning.
Next matchup, we have this feud built up with the big guys between Big Show and Mark Henry. With the stuff where it's kind of funny how we were joking a couple weeks ago, how we were saying, I guess it's Mark Henry's every 5-year run that he's been getting here. We saw back in 2006 where he had the whole thing and then just faded away for the next 6 years and didn't really do anything. Or 5 years, or however many years that is. I don't do math very well. But Big Show and Mark Henry in this matchup. I got Big Show winning this matchup. Mark Henry's been really looking strong over the past couple weeks. Big Show coming back after the injury to Del Rio. And Mark Henry just looking dominant as ever. And they had that the little spot in the steel cage match where they pushed Big Show through, or in the steel cage that he had with Del Rio. He pushed him through. It looked kind of cool. I got Big Show winning this matchup. I have no idea why they've just all of a sudden decided to push Mark Henry. I guess they just wanted to. But I see the guy that usually gets over in these big-time matches in the Big Show getting the win here.
That's what I think of the match. Very.
So do you like it? Is that
no, not really. No.
I'll talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what? I think Mark Henry is not very good as a face. I think the only time he ever really gets over is as a heel.
Yeah.
And I think this is kind of a big man respect match. I think Big Show's one of those guys that got his chance as the big man and to run as a main eventer type guy. I think that this might be kind of a transition. Maybe Big Show saying, "Hey, you know what, big guy, you take some spotlight, and we'll have a big guy match, and it'll be absolutely horrible, but we'll enjoy it." Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mark Henry winning this. I think there's a little push going on here. Hopefully, not a main event push. That'd be pretty bad. But Mark Henry for the win.
Do you have a winner in this? We'll just skip that one for Quad.
Didn't he do this? Didn't he do?
Yeah.
Crowd. Oh, and then it was just what? What's he doing right now?
We're gonna raise the roof.
I'm gonna go with Big Show.
There you go. Next matchup, we have the SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match. Participants in here: Daniel Bryan, Cody Rhodes, Wade Barrett, Sin Cara, Sheamus, Kane, Justin Gabriel, and Heath Slater. Okay, we're going to play the Money in the Bank process of elimination game. I do not see Heath Slater, Justin Gabriel, Kane, Sin Cara, or Daniel Bryan getting the win here. Daniel Bryan should be the one to win this, but I don't see it. To me, it comes down to all the heels here with Cody Rhodes, Sheamus, and Wade Barrett. I'm actually going to go with Cody Rhodes. With these Money in the Banks these last couple years, and then the one with Swagger at WrestleMania 26, it really is a guy where you get kind of those mid-card guys that aren't really, breaking that, that ceiling of becoming a main event guy at that time yet. You can kind of put it on him before he's to that point and let him build off that Money in the Bank. And I think this is a perfect thing for Cody Rhodes to do because I think he's, he's really behind this gimmick that he's playing. I think it's pretty good. It's definitely been just better than having him be himself. It's something different. I see him maybe going on to possible feud with Randy Orton. I think it would make a lot of sense with the whole legacy tie-ins there. But I have Cody Rhodes winning the SmackDown Money in the Bank.
Daniel Bryan winning Money in the Bank. He deserves it. He's paid his dues back in the ROH ties. Then he moved his way up through NXT. And now he's in WWE, and he needs to win this title, or he needs a title belt somewhere. Yeah. So since I put him in the Money in the Bank, why not give him the world title and see how good of a talker he is and see what he can really do.
I'm going to go with Sheamus winning this. The thing about this is we really don't know. We haven't seen SmackDown, but right now it's Randy Orton, Christian, in the that main event for SmackDown for the title. you know, the idea behind this is, you know, you really can't do much with Christian and Orton anymore. You're having great matches, but how many times are you going to have Christian lose to him? And then, you know, I really don't think they're standing behind Christian, you know, strongly enough to let him have the title back, to be honest with you. So I think I'm going to go on a limb. Here's my prediction on this. I think Sheamus wins the Money in the Bank. I think he cashes in either after this match and wins the title, or he makes it a triple threat and he wins the title.
Sounds like a Robert idea.
Yep.
That's your boy Robert there. With that
But this
idea.
this is possible.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to the fourth match here, as we talked about, that Ryan talked about there with the World Heavyweight Championship match here between Randy Orton and Christian. If Orton is DQ'd or if there's some bad officiating or whatever they're saying, Christian is automatically awarded the World Championship. I see Christian leaving the World Heavyweight Champion. I really don't know if he'll win it, you know, clean, do this kind of crap, if he'll have some DQ kind of stuff going on. You know, if this atmosphere that it's going to be like in Chicago, there could be a whole lot of shenanigans going on. I'm sure there will be in the main event, but there could be some stuff going on here. You know, and Ryan said that they don't really believe in Christian, you know, being, you know, world champion. Obviously, what they did with him and taking it off like 4 days later or whatever they did back when Randy won it. But I actually see for this to build on, because I think this is probably one of the most consistent, you know, the best feuds in WWE right now as far as match quality and as far as the feud being built up. I think that it would make a lot of sense for Christian to move on here and give him a lot lengthier title run, and maybe Randy put it on there at the end of the year, or at the end of the year to the beginning of the year, but we'll see what they do there. I got Christian leaving the World Heavyweight Champion.
I also had Christian winning this. It was kind of pointless for him to lose it, like J-Man said, just a couple days after winning it, and just for this feud to continue, it'd be killer if Orton won it, and then, okay, Orton won it a couple times in a row.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess Christian's done. We'll go on to the next guy. It wouldn't make any sense, and I really want to see this feud continue on throughout the summer, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is interesting. You know, like I said with my Sheamus idea, I just feel like, you know, this feud can continue without a title. I could see this continue without a title. I think that, you know, the way that Sheamus is running it on SmackDown, how the run-ins and things he's been doing, it just makes no sense for him to, you know, not be at least somewhere in this title picture or something. You know, he's gonna Orton's gonna be Christian and then go on to face Sheamus at the next pay-per-view.
I see a triple threat next month.
Yeah, I mean that's possible. Yeah, you know, that's something that you could look forward to also. But you know what? I don't know. It's if anything, you know, I'm gonna go with Randy Orton right now. But I'm gonna stand behind my Sheamus idea. So that's what I think.
Next matchup, we have Raw's Money in the Bank ladder match featuring Miz, Alberto Del Rio, Evan Bourne, Rey Mysterio, Kofi Kingston, R-Truth, Alex Riley, and Jack Swagger. Let's play the process of elimination game here. I do not see Jack Swagger, R-Truth, Rey Mysterio, or Evan Bourne winning this match. To me, it comes down to 4 people: Miz, Del Rio, Kofi, and Alex Riley. Alex Riley must have a jetpack on his back, duct taped, and just going straight to the moon if he wins this match. I think it's so early for me, in my opinion. I know there's a lot of people really loving what he's doing right now, breaking away from Miz. I just think it's way too early. Kofi's a guy that's also looked at as kind of like a John Morrison guy who's kind of on that precipice of being that guy and just never getting that opportunity. I don't see it right now. Del Rio would be a good pick here. He looks strong on Monday going into this pay-per-view, but I see him going on to a one-on-one match with John Cena at SummerSlam, so it makes no sense for him to run that. So that leaves us with the awesome one, The Miz. And here's my theory here. He's looked so bad over the last month, just losing everything, losing to Riley twice now. I think this would be a great way to just kind of vault him back into that main event, you know, plateau that he was at as WWE champion, and winning this match would be kind of just on the bottom of the bottom and then going back up to the top. It'd make a lot of sense. You know, just would cut a great promo after it because it would just be some great stuff saying, I'm still here and I'm still the guy. But I got Miz winning the Money in the Bank.
I have Alex Riley winning this. I really see him going to the moon, especially since he beat Miz twice or multiple times on Raws and pay-per-views. So it just shows that they really truly believe in Alex Riley. So why not? Let's see what he can do. This
guy's a prototype WWE type guy. You know, decent enough worker, great look, has the ability to talk on the microphone. You know, it's interesting to see how they're going to run with this. I'm going to go with Alex Riley winning this also. You know, this just seems like to me they can build off this for a long time. You know, Alex Riley's been running around for the last almost year or whatever, holding a briefcase anyway. It's going to be like second nature. So I'm going to go with Alex Riley winning this. Going to the moon, baby.
Next matchup, we have the main event for the WWE Championship, featuring champion John Cena versus CM Punk. Holy crap, has this just been some great stuff with the past couple weeks. With CM Punk cutting that amazing promo 2 weeks ago, just letting it all out and telling the truth, quite honestly, just saying everything that we all wanted to say as wrestling fans. to an audience that mainstream audience that doesn't get to realize that kind of stuff, that CM Punk just laid it out there. And I've told you people time and time again, if they let CM Punk have the opportunity to do this kind of stuff, it's going to end in brilliance and just greatness, and it did. Also in this past week with the segment they did with Vince and Cena and Punk, which was just another outstanding thing into this build, a great go-home show into this match. There's tons of things they could do here. You know, they added this thing that if Punk leaves the champion, then Cena's fired, whatever. As Punk made fun of it, whatever. You're not going to really leave, John. You know, that's what the funny thing that Punk played it off as, because he's not. But I see John Cena leaving as a WWE champion. There's tons of stuff that could happen here. I would pray to God that hopefully CM Punk signed this contract and would move on to something and move on as the champion. Would be outstanding with that atmosphere in Chicago and going out of there. It would be great. But I see John Cena leaving as a WWE champion and CM Punk probably leaving. Pray to God he doesn't, though.
They've been drunk Power Ranger over here.
Not drunk.
I think you need to lay off the Fruity Pebbles, bro. I'm going to go with CM Punk winning this. I don't know. Hometown, I guarantee you there will be a sign that says if Punk loses, we riot. I will hope to God that someone does that. I don't know. It's just the way his promos he's been cutting the past month since he's been in WWE.
Yeah.
Hello, that just shows. And him beating the face of the company, we really need this. Cena, you are really getting stale. You are done. Okay, go do something else. Punk needs a title right here, and then bring in his best friend, Colt Cabana.
This is insane. You know, this to me is one of the better worked. This is just a complete angle, you know, a work or whatever. This is one of the better worked angles in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just wow, the things, that promo he had on Raw, the first one where they cut him off, and then what he did on Raw this past week, you know, just ice cream bars and just jets and megaphones. You know, the guy, he's genius. You know, it doesn't make any sense for him to not lose. Like, you know, you don't walk out of a company with this much heat. You don't just leave. You know, I can see something where he loses to John Cena and then, you know, comes back months later, maybe just taking time off, something like that. But man,
right now what he's got,
this heat right now he has is just phenomenal. And you really, as a WWE, you know, a backstage guy, you look at how good this is. You do not want to let this guy go. You give this guy what he wants. If he wants Colt Cabana in the WWE, you give him it. If he wants this, he wants that. He wants to be on cups. He wants to be on this. Whatever it is, you give your guy this stuff. We said this before. When Punk's in the ring with John Cena, it's not John. Let's go John Cena or let's go Cena. Cena sucks. It's let's go Cena. Let's go Punk. That's how it is. Anybody else he's in the ring with in the WWE right now?
So let's go Cena. Cena sucks.
Cena sucks. Let's go Cena. Cena sucks.
People care about CM Punk. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm gonna go with John Cena winning this, but I don't think he. I maybe take a break, but I don't think he's leaving for good. So.
Yeah. This will now wrap up our 2011 WWE Money in the Bank preview from my partners Quad and Ryan. I am your host, J-Man. Thank you for watching another edition of the Instant Wrestling Report, your source for wrestling news, information, opinions, instantly.
Money in the bank.